60% of Americans will say they like the Affordable Care Act, and 60% will say they hate Obamacare. They're the same thing. Obamacare is the nickname for the Affordable Care Act. And so they clearly don't know, at least 20% of the population doesn't know it's the same thing, which is why the question has to be in every poll, just to show, okay, there's clearly a personal issue. In 2012, when Obama was running for office, he was running against Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney in the debate said, I'm against Obamacare. At which point you can see, you eat too much wasabi, it feels like your brain is hollowing out through your nose, and no, y'all don't eat sushi? Okay, next time you're at a sushi restaurant, take a big glob of wasabi. I promise you will love this experience. It's cleansing. It feels like you've lost consciousness. You know what? When people are passing out, instead of, what is it called, the thing you break, and you just wasabi in the nose. That'll wake you up. Anyway, Obama has that look like, and he looks at Romney, and he goes, it used to be called Romneycare. When you, the Republican governor of Massachusetts, was governor of Massachusetts, it was implemented by you. It was Romneycare. How could you be against Romneycare? It was Reagan administration, it was Republicans who came up with the idea. They were like, there's all these deadbeats who don't have insurance, who are ending up in hospitals, who can't pay their hospital bills. So the deal was, you don't want your hospitals to go bankrupt. So if you're going to do capitalism and hospitals, you're going to need to do something to save the hospitals. So those hospitals have socialism. So the state would promise to pay half the missing bill. So let's say a hospital got 60% of its bills paid. Then the state would come in and pay 20%. Then the federal government promised to pay the other missing half. So then the federal government would come in and pay 10%. So the hospital would get 90% of what it should have gotten, and then taxpayers foot the bill for the other 30%. That was the deal. So the Republicans went, instead of having all these deadbeats who can't pay their medical bill, let's force them to buy health care coverage just like we forced them to buy auto insurance. And then a Democrat implemented it, and now every Republican hates it. Gun control.